Howdy, Paloobs and Scroobs, and welcome back to Wargame Red Dragon. Today with another deck review, overview, deck video thing. I don't know what to call this, honestly. A couple days ago, I showed you a game on one of the new maps, I think, with like the massive big nuclear reactor in the middle. The map is a bit iffy. We don't really like playing it that much, but I had a lot of fun trying out my East German Moto. And God, I've been playing this so much. Maybe it's because I like Germany in general. I'm not a Nazi fanboy. This is also like post-war, so you can't really be a Nazi fanboy. But God, the Eastern Germans have a lot of good shit in their stuff. So basically, what we're going to go over in this video is my Eastern German deck, my DDR Wachregiment, as I like to call it, because I have two Wachregiments here. DDR is the Deutsche Demokratische Republik, which is the German name, pardon me, German name for East Germany. Before East and West Germany became one country again after World War II, they were called the BDR, the Bundesrepublik Deutschland, or Deutsches Bundesrepublik. I can't wait. Was it BDR? I can't remember what it was called, or whatever. At least I can't remember what the other one's called now. I'm an idiot. All I know is that DDR, Deutsche Demokratische Republik, is the eastern part of Germany post World War II under Russian control. And we're gonna take a look today at my deck. I did edit it a little bit. I deleted one Wachregiment and I deleted the flamethrowers because I figured I had Flammpanzers, and I would instead take two Motorschützen. We'll get to those in a second. So first of all, our logistics tab, pretty basic. I prefer having trucks with more supply than trucks with less, and especially because you only get one more truck when you go for the ones that cost 10 points less. So, I mean, if you're going to do it, might as well do it, like, good, right? So that's why I have the 40-point truck with 6 units in there. Then a chopper, I like, especially as moto, like, you need to get somewhere fast. So I like having a helicopter resupply. It's not as big as the vehicle. It's only like 1,500 versus 2,400. But for 5 points more, you do get to go there a lot quicker, and you get to fly over the map, which just means that, you get to be there very, very quick and soon, which is pretty important if you're trying to, like, resupply units in the field, or, like, resupply a city, like, right before or after an attack. Of course, a FOB, a UAZ, just a CV for, like, the safe points, like the cheapest one. Like, why would you get, like, a armored one? It just has, like, one armor. It's not really going to do anything. And I like doing this to bring a CV in a helicopter. Now, the helicopter itself, there's not much like to say about it. I just picked a cheaper one. For 5 more points, you get double the rockets on it. But I don't know. I don't know. I just think this is more than fine. So that's why I just use these guys, for quick captures, flying around the map. In that specific game I showed you a couple of days ago, which I'll link in the description if you haven't seen it, I actually managed to fly, like, towards enemy base and capture, like, a zone which was way closer to their base. It's because you have these guys in a helicopter. It can take people by surprise, and they can just they can just reach areas so much quicker, which is a very, very important thing, I believe. I'm still in my head trying to, and, like, one part of my brain is still trying to realize what the other German like side of what West Germany was called during the Cold War. Wasn't it like Bundesrepublik Deutschland? No, wait, that's the current name of Deutsch. That's the current name of Germany, Bundesrepublik Deutschland. Deutsche Demokratische Republik, and fucking I'm an idiot. Fucking call me an idiot in the comment section below, because, like, fucking I forget such important stuff when I make these videos. As always, I like skipping the infantry tab. The way I make decks is logistics, support, tank, recon, vehicle, helicopter, air, infantry. I always save these for the last. I don't know why. It's just my OCD. So we're gonna do the same thing when I show you when I'm gonna show you these decks. So second, or for some people, a third, for mine, a second is a support. I learned from that game that I need to take mortars with me. I take these 120 mil Tunchas, which I think are just MTLBV, MTBLV or MTLBV chassis, with a 120 fucking millimeter mortar on that, which is pretty good. I take 5 hardened ones because I'll never call out 7 in an entire game, and just having a little bit more accuracy never hurts. Then I'll take some strelas. You do need to have some air defense. I take 7 trained ones. I do love the strelas because they have 12 missiles. That's it's fucking a lot of missiles, and usually it takes 1 or 2 to take down an enemy helicopter. With the HE power and the accuracy. So let's say if it fires 3 missiles, you're going to kill an enemy chopper, basically. So that's pretty damn good. I like these because they're okay. They have some armor, not that much, but it's like the standard Russian, like infrared AA, and it's pretty good at 450 points. Then I take some. These are just basically German Tungushkas. They have the 23 millimeter radar guided rounds. I take 10 of them untrained again. I don't like having just 7 hardened ones. I could perhaps take 7 hardened ones, and I probably should take just 5 hardened ones with these. But I don't want to lose. It's hard because you do get a lot of seed in most games that we play, and you do run into issues when you're getting seeded all the time and you can't seem to kill them. Because these are not bad. Like, they're definitely not bad. But if you have like 2 or 3 set up, and a seaplane comes over, you're going to lose 1 or 2. So, and it's not guaranteed that the last one that survives will kill that seaplane. So that's why I'd rather have a couple more, because if you lose 3 hardened ones, you're basically screwed, because you already lose half your units. Now, up to the most important one of the German Moto, I feel like, for AA anyway, is the Flakcom Osa AKM. 6 missiles, fucking amazing against helicopters with that range, 55 accuracy, 7 HE power, and I take 2 cards of trained. I could take 2 cards of hardened. I really need to take a look at that at some point. But god damn, this thing is fucking amazing, and it can destroy choppers before they know what's going on. Also, its wheeled makes it a very, very fast vehicle, especially off-road and on-road. This is a fucking blaster when you want to get somewhere with AA cover really quickly. Especially as motorized, I always take 1 or 2 of these in the beginning because you can cover your advance, whereas the Flakcoms, the Strelas, or the Tungushkas just can't keep up with your, motorized vehicles. Moving on to tanks, not much really to choose from here. This is a non-viable option. This is pretty much a non-option. You could go for the T55 AM1 PB, but why not spend 50 more points, get an ATGM, and get 1 point more armor, and just basically all around just get a better tank. So instead I go for the KPZs, which is basically just like a East German painted T55. You do get the or T50 AM. You do get the Bastion on this, so it's kind of okay. This is just like the only tank you can really get, so it's you're like forced to use it basically. The only thing I like to say about is that the autonomy is really bad, and you saw it in that game I showed you that my tanks had trouble reaching the front before running out of fuel, which may be the only reason you would take the T55 AM1 PB. Looking at the stats right now, AP power, and this is also 2 points less, so you're probably just better off taking this and like having to resupply them at some point. Right, recon. A recon tab always is a bit of a clusterfuck. One game, these assholes saved my life. Not these specific, but having tank... Well, sorry. It was so boring talking about this tank that I... Yeah, my bad. Having tank recon has saved my ass in a couple of games already. So from now on, I will always take tank recon with me as long as they're above 20 points. Because, below 20 points, like, why would you take, like, a 10-point recon tank if it only has, like, 2 armor? But 7 armor on a recon, it only has good optics. But that's a freaking 100mm gun. It's going to be able to at least defend itself. It's not going to be a helpless sitting duck. It's going to be able to kill infantry that comes at it, vehicles. It can give you a forward warning and give the enemy a forward warning of like, hey, watch out, there's a fucking army standing like right behind this unit. So I like having this. Then the Kampfschwimmer. I used to have 2 in my deck, one in a helicopter and one in a jeep or a truck. I just have them in a truck now. I don't know, I like having the truck because it makes them very cheap. And you can just drive them up to the front. Truck is really quick. Drop them off somewhere, have them like run through run through your lines, have them sit and hold fire, and just have them enjoy their stealth and their sniper if you do need to use it 95 accuracy. It's gonna take out like a guy almost like basically every shot or every second shot, and it's just a really effective unit, especially because you have the exceptional stealth. So you know, it's a good unit to have, I feel like. Then, of course, helicopter recon, can't really do without that. I could take the big boy one, but it's 75 points. 40 points is like just, oh, for the price of one of these, you can get 2 of these, which I just prefer having over one of these, honestly. So I stick with this basically because it has, it's like 40 points. It's half of this. It's more nimble. It's a lot smaller. So in the end, I mean, it's a hard trade-off, but I just want to get the points, so I stick with the cheaper one. Then, I don't really know why I have this. I don't really use it that often. It does have exceptional optics. I think that's the reason why I picked like a vehicle with exceptional optics. It has a okay-ish gun, you know, if you do need to use it. It has some armor. But last but not least, we have the Spezialaufklärer, which are basically the well, shock troops for Germany, like the Eastern, like the standard stock. Wait, hang on. Actually, I need to put these guys in. Wait. No, I just put it. Hang on. Now it fits. There we go. So where was I? Oh yeah, the Spezialaufklärer. I have them in an SPW 60PB. I do like these guys. We played a game yesterday. I didn't record it, but I played a game the other day, and these guys just... I like having shock recon. It's just a thing. I need them. I just want to fucking clear forests with them and destroy people. Like, that's all I can say about it. It's honestly all I can say about having one of these guys. I take them in a helicopter in case I want to get, you know, some cheap helicopters forward and, you know, just have them mess enemy up a little bit with some splurge, you know, with the HE there, with the AoE rockets, and at least have like something flying around, which is going to scare the enemy off, hopefully. Not really sure. I don't really like having the 24D. It does have the... I probably should get the 24D for 10 extra points, honestly, because you do get better missiles, even though those missiles are still horrendously shitty. Let's see, 35, 20, and 16, and 2450... 2450, 35, 20. There's the only reason I should take this is because it has a 12 point. Yeah, fuck. I should take that because it has a better gun. It actually has a 12.7 millimeter Yak B, which means I can just use that as suppress infantry way more than I can use the NSVT to use that. Okay, so we'll switch to the Mi-24D mainly because it's going to scare people. I should probably close my window at some point, which is now. All right, so on to vehicles. For vehicles, there's not much choice you can see, so yeah, I just went with ATGM hell. I figured out, if I get enough of these Maliutkas, it's gonna scare them. Like, if you see like 3, 4, 5 ATGMs flying at your armor from a fucking tree line, you're gonna send a bomber at it, or something else, or artillery, which is gonna make them waste their artillery barrage or their aircraft on like 90 points if you get 3 of these vehicles. Now, you can get 20 of them, so losing 3 isn't such an issue, and especially if you put them somewhere near like an air defense unit like a Buck or some of my heavier AA, it's going to shoot down a plane or heavily damage it, and, that's the best outcome. Worst outcome is you lose your 3 units and they get away, but then they still wasted a bomber and you can attack somewhere else. So I just use these like cheap ATGMs to like annoy people. And the Flampanzers, they're obviously just there to flame people. I mean, that's pretty simple. Don't really know what to say about that otherwise, than like fucking clearing a town. And then I take some of these 40-point concours for the same reason as I take the Malyutkas, besides the fact that these are a little bit better, a little bit more range, a little bit more accuracy, a little bit more AP power. It's like a little bit better of everything. But that's really it. I just take these concours because having ATGMs is never a bad thing. And I should probably actually get another group of 7 veterans, which makes more sense this way. There we go. That makes sense. Also, these are veteran. These are hardened because I like having more of them. And then these 2 are veteran again because I'll never call in fucking 20, let alone... I don't think I'll call in 14, but, at least it's something. Then, moving on to helicopters. East German Moto has the amazing... Mi-24P, which I fucking... Wait, no, sorry. The Mi-24P, there we go. The DHS, not the KHS, the DHS Mi-24P, which is an amazing chopper because it has Molinas and it has Kokons, which means it can engage tanks a hell of a lot of range. It doesn't have a lot of those missiles, but it's gonna do a lot of damage. You can probably kill a like fucking M1A1 Abrams with this, and then you probably have to reload. But hey, that's like a 100 and like whatever point tank, so you can actually do a lot of damage with these missiles, and it can defend itself against enemy helicopters and even planes if need be with a pretty good range. I mean, it's not a dedicated anti-air helicopter, so you can't ask like, you know, ninja kind of like levels of accuracy and range, but this is pretty good still. Like this is a very good helicopter for just 95 points, whereas you get like a tank killer and a anti-helicopter killer. And the KHS MR24P switches out the Molinas for some rocket pods, which just makes it a very good infantry killer. Can destroy shit whenever it needs. It does still have the Kokons, however it just gets Kokons, well, not the M version, which means you get 2 less AP power for 15 less points, and you don't get the anti-air capabilities, but it's fine, because the 30 mil Gushka 30 is still going to destroy infantry and helicopters when they get close enough. You just don't want these guys to duel with the bigger helicopters, like, you know, the Ninja or the OH-56s or any anti-air stuff for that reason. You could get one of these as a card of 8 hardened to like fucking deal with infantry or whatever. 57mm rockets times 96 is really good. You get some Malyutkas, they're just there fucking for no reason, honestly. But, you know, if you really want to, like, lose 2 points somewhere, like you want to, like, delete one of these concours, well, that's gonna help you at all. If you want to delete, like, one of these units or delete one of the recon, for example, if I delete this guy, no, I only get 1 point. So, and I don't want to delete another one of these. So, in the end, you're just stuck with, where's this guy? You're just stuck with doing absolutely nothing. And just, you could take these, like I said, but 45 points, I think they're not bad. I should take a look at these ones, but I just like having the big 30 mils on these choppers and not the shitty little, I couldn't say that, NSVT machine gun. Moving on to air, I'm a little bit of an air whore. I take these napalm bombers just because they go 1,000 kilometers an hour, so you can get your napalm there quick. They're only 70 points, they only have 10 ECMs, so they're probably going to get shut down if the enemy has any air defense. But in the end, they're 70 points, 2 napalm on very quickly, so it'll at least get the job done. Then we have 2 SU-22s, the seed search, I can't remember what seed was for, like, I think it was like air depression. Oh, goddamn, I'm an idiot, sorry. Enemy something, I can't remember. I'm an idiot. Fucking tell me in the comments and then make me feel like a stupid asshole. At least we get 2 of these. I just like having more planes. I mean, 2 rookie or 1 veteran. Well, you know, I just like having 2 of them because you're gonna lose 1 of them anyway. Like, it doesn't really matter if you send whatchamacallit. If you send 1, it's gonna get killed. I'd rather have 2 and make sure I can use them like at the same time. MiG-23 BN clusters, 6 cluster bombs, 500 kilos. You're gonna drop 3,000 kilograms of clusters on an area. 1,000 kilometers again, really quick. 20 ACM. Actually, not a very bad plane for the money. Like, it's a very fast jet. Then 2 of these, oh my god, these are fucking amazing. These are like my favorite HE bomber at the moment, especially for Red 4. I mean, the I-102 is fun, but this is basically a baby I-102. The I-102 carries 16 of these bombs, this only carries 8. However, it goes 1,000 kilometers, has 30 ECM, and it's just so quick. It looks very, very cool. I love this plane design. Last but not least, we're getting 2 MiG-29 9-135s or 13S, or I'm not sure if that's a 5 or an S. I think it's a 5. It would make more sense if that's a 5. Just, you know, the standard air superiority fighter, 900 kilometers an hour, 40 ECM. It's just your standard, you know, like run-of-the-mill, medium to high-end AA fighter. You're gonna get like you're gonna get wrecked by like F-15s and Eurofighter Typhoons and Rafaels, but this is still a pretty good plane, and you do get 2 of them on train. I'm not sure why I would just like want 1 elite. Like, what's the thing? I mean, accuracy, it does mean that it's gonna hit, but you only get 1, and you really do need kind of have 2. So you can always send them in a pair and have them like destroy enemy bombers or whatever. So that's why I'd prefer 2 over 1. Now, last but not least, the infantry. Be aware though, I did change this a little bit during, since I last made the video, because I deleted 1 flamethrower unit and I deleted 1 of Wach regiments, which made option for 2 Motoschützen. We'll get those in a second. So we have 2 Leichtschützen on Hardened, 2 Motoschützen 90 or 90 on Veteran, 2 Wachregiments on Veteran, and 1 LSTR 40 in Elite. So let's go. The Leichtschütze, just standard 8 German infantry. There's 10 of them. They have a Matisse. Their accuracy is just under 50%. They are shock infantry, which makes them okay. I just like setting these up in like edges of towns, having vehicles run at them, and if you set like let's say you put 3 of these guys down in groups of 2, so you have 60 or like you have like 6 squads or 6. Yeah, I guess these are like it's like a squad. It's like a 1 squad, right? Like so you have 6 squads divided by 3, so you have 20 guys in each like building. They're gonna fire 6 ATGMs in like 1 wave, and that's gonna kill something. It doesn't matter what you send at that, that's gonna die, and that's what I like, the power of these ATGMs on like medium to long range engagements. And then I get 2 of them in the SPW 60 PBs. Now the vehicles for East Germany, there's not much to say about them. Didn't really expect them to be good. Yesterday played a game, same game I was mentioned before, played against a Canadian mech, and those Canadian mechanized vehicles, they're not great, but I expected them to be doing better with a 25mm gun. However, these KPVTs absolutely just trashed those like 15 to 20 point mechanized units. They just got absolutely trashed. Forest, roads. At one point, I think it was like a 1v5 or 1v6. One of these like vehicles, I can't remember which one specifically, blew up like 4 or 5 vehicles before it died. So they're pretty damn good for their price. Then I get the Motoschützen 90 or 90. Get them in the SPW 80. It's a prototype version of the SPW 70. The only increase of this is the fact that it does have, it has 1 more side armor, and it has double the accuracy of the SPW 70. So it's actually not a bad unit, and it's for the same price. You only get 2 of them, but just for the same price, that's a very good unit. I figured I'd stick those with the Motoschützen because those are going to be my main line infantry. I totally did not bring any line infantry with me in the game I showed. I only had Leichtschütze and Wachtregiment and like LSTRs. However, I figured I'd actually need like assault infantry, like infantry that can like assault over an open field. The Wachtregiment, though they're not bad, they're really meant for city combat. So getting into a city from like an open field is gonna get them killed. I've seen it happen more often than not, and I realized that I was being an idiot, and I was probably way better off just getting some Motoschützen. So that's why I have those. Wachtregiment, you saw what happened in the video. Infantry that comes close to these guys is hopeless. There's a 50-man group. They're all shock. They're not even that expensive. These guys look like fucking police for some reason. There might even be, I don't know, they're like fucking guard regiment. That's what the fucking name is, I think. Thing is, they have SMGs, a CQC RPK. The RPG-18 really leaves to be desired. I've seen it like shoot at tanks, like 60 or 50 point tanks, and need like 3 or 4 shots, which you just don't have that time. You just don't have the time to shoot 3 or 4 rockets at a tank, even close range. But on the other hand, they're more meant for infantry combat, and if a vehicle is stupid enough to drive into a town full of your Wachtregiments, it's gonna die. Then I have 2 of those in. Wait. I have 2 of those, sorry. 2 of those on Veteran. Just bringing them in vehicles. I could bring one in an MI8 for 50 points, but 40 points, 50 points, and besides, you do get less of them, and I really do like having them come in vehicles, because those vehicles can be very supportive, unlike the helicopters, really. And last but not least, the special forces, the elites of Eastern Germany. I'm not sure what LSTR stands for, but these guys are absolutely fucking insane. They're basically SAS. They have an Igla, they have a Vampire, which is an amazing rocket launcher, and they have the SUG 943, which they're not battle rifles, but there's assault rifles. But in the end, these guys are elite, and it's gonna make people cry. I've seen these guys do some shit, and that's just insane, and they can kill shit like nobody's business. Like, they will literally just walk through an enemy force, as much as like any special forces or elite forces do. Like, as much as the Gurkhas, as much as like the Legion, as much as which is the Chinese special unit, as much as like Spetsnaz and SAS and Delta Force will. So they're just really, really good. And I take these over the FJB any day for those 10 extra points, because if you can see, we'll take, let's see, MITV, we'll take the special, we'll take the FJB. FJB get a different gun. Oh, I gotta sneeze really bad. As you can see though, hang on, I really almost sneezed. A little bit more stabilizer, a lot more rate of fire. Then under the rocket launcher, they have a 175 meters more range. They have 30% more accuracy, 7% more AP power, more suppression, same rate of fire. And then they have a Igla over Estrella, which just means more range, a little bit more accuracy, a little bit more HP power, more suppression, a little bit more reload time, but you're usually very happy if these guys do anything against choppers. I'm not saying they're bad against choppers, but that's not their main, like, that's not their main thing. I mean, it's good that they can, like, it's good that they can, you know, destroy air targets, but it's not really gonna, I mean, what I like to do with these guys is like sneak them up and take like an enemy recon chopper out, or like a very important enemy helicopter, or like a CV helicopter flying over, or or even better is like transport helicopters with like units in them. If you shoot one or two of those down, I mean, you're gonna be out of ammo, but you just wasted like 40, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 points of the enemy. So it's always worth having one of these in like a good position to take out enemy transport helicopters. So I don't have any naval stuff in my tab because we never play games with naval because we all agree that naval is just stupid, and all that the naval game is about in this game is spam, 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 and some more. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any cool decks that you want to show or share, do let me know, like in the comment section. Like, let me know, like, what's a cool deck, like, for example, Chinese mech or Polish airborne or whatever. Let me know, and I'll gladly take a look at them and hope maybe use them in a game in the future. The deck code will be below the video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!